recording. So we're recording now, and this is the Easter Mesh Ruffle Wreath class. You know what I realized? I always keep forgetting to tell people because I have a work wreath form. I kind of like the work wreath forms now, and they already come with the pipe cleaners attached. And I always forget to tell people, if you're making your own work wreath and you're adding your own pipe cleaners, that if you're not familiar with how to set those up, a good rule of thumb is 10 ties or 10 pipe cleaners around the outside ring and 8 around the inside, and just space them about 4 to 5 inches apart. That's very easy. When you have your pipe cleaner around it, if you want to put a little dab of glue before you twist it, hot glue, that'll help it to stay in place so it doesn't move around. I have a whole box of Dollar Tree wreath forms, so I still use them, but you know, I do like the work wreath forms because they're raised a little bit more. I have one right here, and I've shown you guys how it's like kind of raised, so it makes sure your wreath just a little bit poofier. But I use the Dollar Tree forms too. But again, 10 pipe cleaners on the outside, 8 on the inside. Space them about 4 to 5 inches apart, and you'll be good. If you find that you have gaps, there's nothing wrong with throwing another pipe cleaner on and putting another ruffle. But the nice thing about the 30-inch ruffles is that usually one of those per pipe cleaner, and you're good. You know, it really fills it up really, really well. So let me go ahead and move my thing over. And I have a different, and I always lose my video now when I pick up my laptop. I don't know why that is. I have sort of a different setup now for my camera. I decided to do something a little bit differently because normally I have my camera propped up, and it's really weird, my setup, you would laugh. I have it like on one of those tower fans, and I have it like at the top of the tower fan over here. And usually I have it sitting on my table, but that takes up room in my table. So I got a little TV tray and I put it over here off the side. So we're going to try a different angle tonight and see if that works a little bit better, because I don't really seem to have a lot of table space when I have my camera set up on my table. So we plug my laptop in so we have power, we don't lose power. So again, if anybody's new here and their microphone's not working, just send me a message and I'll get with you tomorrow. I don't think I'm even going to mute anybody because there's not a lot of people in class tonight, and there's not going to be a lot of background noise. We have like 4 or 5 people. So I'm just going to keep you unmuted. If you have any questions, just type it in the bottom, do a chat or just ask me out loud. That's totally fine. Let me just check my Facebook quick to see if anybody, where's my mouse? If anybody's having a hard time getting on. If I have any messages here. Okay, I thought Jenny was going to join us, but I have to shut my Facebook off so I get notifications. Because they'll just start beeping. I think I will mute everybody. Hi, Jennifer. It's that Jennifer. That's right. I'm thinking, which Jennifer is that? How are you? I think I am going to mute everybody here. And if you just unmute yourself if you have a question. Or type it in. Sometimes I don't see those right away because I'm busy doing my thing. But, all right, so here's my work wreath form. And like I said, I have these fuzzies all over my table. I like these because, and especially if you get the ones with the poofier ties, because they sort of add to your wreath when you're done. You don't really have to worry about hiding them because it's sort of like, they're like a little embellishment in and amongst themselves. But again, this is a 15-inch work form. When your wreath is done, it should be between 24 and 28 inches big. It makes a really big wreath. There's 10 on the outside, outer ring, and there's 8 on the inside. So these are a little bit more expensive, but I like them because it makes a nice full wreath. We have 30-inch pieces of 10-inch mesh, which again, this is what I'm using. You could use any color that you want. The nice thing about 30-inch ruffles is you have less cuts, and you typically only have to put one of these per pipe cleaner. They're stuck together here. And yes, I'm insane. I cut all of this by hand because it's the jute mesh. It's got burlap in it, and you can't use the wood burning tool. So because I'm so crazy about not getting any frays, I cut these all by hand with my scissors to get in between the lines. I could have used my rotary cutter, but I feel like I still get frays when I use my rotary cutter. So I don't know, I'm just funny with frays. And I actually could not find that bunny again that was in the middle of the wreath. So I'm actually going to use this sign. I got this sign from, you can see that this overhead light is so bright. This Happy Easter sign. I got that from Walmart. I've been dying to use that in a wreath. I picked up a couple of bunnies, but they really weren't big enough to use in the wreath. So I think that'll look pretty. You can use whatever you want for your centerpiece. I also have some pretty little eggs that I got from the Dollar Tree. These are on little sticks, I guess. They're egg picks, so I might either use those or just use these foam ones and glue them in. I have these carrots too, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use these. I've been dying to use these carrots from Hobby Lobby, but I'm not quite sure if they're going to match with the colors that I have going on, but we'll see. We'll see when I'm done. I also have these pretty floral eggs, and I got these from Hobby Lobby. They're in this really pretty little package, but you can see the little designs and stuff on there. They're really cute. So I might use those too. So I have a bunch of stuff here that that I could use. We'll just see how it goes as we go along. I actually got this bunny head too, but I think that might be overdoing it a little bit if I put the bunny head in there too. But isn't that cute? A little bunny head. It's almost like the ones from Craft Outlet, but it's just like on a little stick. Whoops. All right, so I showed you all my stuff. Let's get these out of the way. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for ribbons yet either, but let's get our mesh attached and then we'll talk about our ribbons here. Sorry about the back of my head. My blonde head. Okay. Now, it can be a little bit challenging rolling a piece of mesh this big. So you can do it one of two ways. You can just go up the middle like we normally do when we're doing let me just mute everybody here. When we're doing a ruffle, you can go up the middle, or I've seen some people actually go up the sides like this and ruffle it that way, and then just pinch it in the middle. See, that for me is kind of weird. I don't know if I like it that way. And then you can kind of grab it in the middle and pinch it. But see, I don't really like that way. I've seen people do it that way, but it doesn't work for me. Hold on a second, my laptop's falling over. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to do it the normal way, which is just pinch it in the middle. And it's nice that these lines are in my mesh because I'm just going to follow this green line right up the middle. You know, I really want to do another one of those no-cut ruffle wreath videos. I don't know if you guys were with me in that class or if any of you ordered that video, but the no-cut ruffle wreath or method is really, really cool. So now we have our big ruffle here, our big 30-inch ruffle. We're just going to pinch it in the middle, face down, so you want your cut ends. And I sort of like try to tuck my cut ends in a little bit underneath. Just pinch it in the middle, and you can start on the outside, you can start on the inside, and make them go like, you know, parallel to your wreath form. Because what we're going to do is when we add our other ruffles, the ends will just push each other up, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Just give it a couple of twists. Don't mess with it too much. Yeah, I think I'm going to do another no-cut ruffle class for one of our future ruffle wreaths. So there's our first one. And I had a feeling I'm going to have this burlap all over my shirt. because this shirt, everything sticks to it. So I just kind of fold the ends under a little bit. Just tuck them in because this is already fraying a little bit here. Does not have to be perfect. Go to your next tie. And that's really all you're going to need. And I'm thinking about it now. When I was doing the carrot Saturday night, I feel like I should have just done 30-inch ruffles because we ended up putting 3 of the 10-inch ruffles per tie to get the fullness that we wanted. Now you see what I'm doing here? I'm just sort of like lifting up the edges here so they can push each other up, because you want all your ruffles to face up because it looks pretty that way. And that's it. You can kind of straighten your ruffle along as you go if you feel like you're running off center a little bit. I just love this mesh. I ordered it from Craft Outlet when they still had it, but they ran out of it really, really fast. I think I got this a couple of months ago. But you know, you can use any. You can use lavender, you can use pink. I actually have a pink and white. I have a dark pink and a light pink and a white that I got for Valentine's Day. But I think I'm going to use it to make an Easter wreath because I have this sign too that I got from the Dollar Tree. And it's got the pink in it, so I think I'm going to make another Easter wreath with that. This light is so bright. There you go. Now you can see it. They have some really cute signs at the Dollar Tree. Really cute. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the carrots. They might not match with this mesh. I may have to use them. I actually have some orange shelf liner. I was thinking about making an Easter wreath out of that. And the orange shelf liner maybe with like an orange and white, but then it would end up looking like a creamsicle. We'll see. I have all these ideas. Just no time to do them all. And then I saw some really pretty Easter egg wreaths. I thought that'd be fun to do, but there's only so many days in the week. What color mesh do you have, Robin? Sorry, you know you gotta unmute yourself now.
I have an orange and a yellow.
Oh, so what are you doing? You're just like alternating the ruffles or in the different colors, or is it?
Well, I'm thinking, right now I'm doing the orange on the bottom, and I'm thinking going, because we're going to do another row. We're going to put another one on it, right? On each one?
No, I'm only going to do 1 30-inch ruffle per tie because it's so full.
Okay.
So maybe
well,
I'm thinking, why don't you just alternate? Do an orange and then do a yellow. Yeah, there's not going to be enough room to put. There's not going to be enough room to put another ruffle on top.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to do then.
Okay.
I've only got like 3 on, so I'm okay.
I'm glad I stopped you.
Yeah, because I hesitated. I had the yellow in my hand, and then I went, no. So,
yeah, there's not going to be enough room. That's the whole purpose of doing the 30 inches, so you don't have to put another one on top. That one is enough.
Yeah.
You know?
So
that'll be pretty, Robin.
I hope so, because this is going to my boss and his wife.
Oh, dear. So, yeah, you better make it nice. Your job is on the line.
Well, they have a 7-year-old son, and He always says they don't have enough decoration, so I'm doing this for them.
Okay. What do you have for a centerpiece?
I have a sign. I'm just doing a sign, and then I have a bunch of Easter eggs. I went to Walmart.
Yeah.
And I don't know if your Walmart had mine. It's the frog, and it says Happy Spring or Welcome Spring.
Cute. I don't know if I've seen
So
that. Walmart doesn't have an awful lot.
I took it off. Yeah, I took it off the. It was like a you stick it in the garden, you know. So I took it off the wood. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be cute. I'm doing my ruffle over again because I didn't like the way it looked. So don't mind me. Because my cut ends there, I'm going to tuck that right under because I don't want to see those. As I'm pulling off phrase. There, that looks better. You get to see more of me now because of the way the camera is. I'm not sure if I like that too much. I don't want to be on camera. There. At least I have more room on my table now. So that's a pleasant sound, hearing me scrape my table. If you find that working with a 30-inch piece of mesh is just too hard on your hands, go ahead and cut two 15-inch pieces and then add 2 per tie. If it's just too weird for you to ruffle a big piece, I know it can be a little bit cumbersome. You know, just add 2 15-inch. That's it. You'll get the same look. I just like it because you don't have to do as much cutting. You put one on and then you're done. I think what I want to do also is there's a method that you can do with 21-inch mesh. I know a lot of people have 21-inch mesh and they're never really sure what to do with it. And they don't really want to do a poof. They're tired of the poof. So there is a method that you can take 21-inch mesh and you can do a poof and a curl. And I've seen hardworking mom do it. And you basically take your I think she cuts them into 10-inch pieces, so 21 by 10-inch pieces, and she rolls it, and she folds it in half, and she grabs it in the middle, and she has a poof in the middle, and she has 2 spirals on each end, and she ties it into the wreath that way, and it's pretty. That's one we haven't done yet. But Christina? I know that, what's that?
I just tried that today.
Did you really? How did it come out?
It came out good. Maybe it was the mesh I had because I used a pink and then a pink and a white, and the one was from Walmart. So I had to fill in a little bit with, I took the 30-inch and did a ruffle to fill in some spots. It was kind of weird.
Really? I think she does that anyway. I think she goes ahead and she adds ruffles on top anyway, doesn't she? Or I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't either. I tried to look today, so I tried it. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I didn't finish it, so we'll see how it goes.
I want to see it.
I will. I'll show it to you. It was fun. And if you do that, I would definitely do the class. So.
Yeah, show me. I was thinking about trying that with that mesh that I showed you, with that pink and white mesh.
Yeah.
And wanted to try something new. I'm a ruffle girl. I just love the way ruffles look. I love them.
I am too. I like a ruffle more than the poof, really.
Oh, me too. My poofs just never come out right. But there is a poof method that I've seen that I want to try, where you use zip ties and you put 6 poofs per section of your wreath form. So they're really squished together. And I think that would be good because it's going to cover your wreath form. That's always a problem for me anyway. I always feel like unless you have a really high metallic mesh, if it's a sheer mesh, you're going to see your wreath form, and I hate that. I know everybody hates that. So this method, I think it's one that I want to try, because when I do a poof, I like them close together. So we got 2 more ties to do here on the outside. Like I said, just try to get your pieces to push each other up on the edge here, so your ruffles are facing up. Once you get to the middle part of your, what do I have in my hair? Once you get to the middle part of your roll, you're going to find it's harder to scrunch it because it just wants to roll. Trying to get my fat head out of the way here. Maybe this camera angle isn't the best. And I put the camera up a little higher too. Okay. So there's our outside. It's already looking pretty full. We're going to do the inside. What is that piece over here? How did it get over here? Yeah, Robin, we just dug my daughter's car out of the snow yesterday because it snowed really heavy here Friday, and she actually had a friend pick her up for the weekend. So the car got buried, and she didn't get home until, well, she didn't stay the whole weekend. She got home maybe like Sunday morning around 10 o'clock. She left Friday night, and she's like, Mom, where's my car? I'm like, it's under the snow. Well, how am I going to get it out? I'm like, you're going to come out and you're going to help me shovel. And we're going to dig it out. There was a lot of snow. But it actually warmed up, though, over the weekend. So some of it melted. Some of it kind of slid off the sides of her car. So she got lucky there. But it was totally buried.
Yeah, my daughter lives in Vermont, and she got a lot.
That extra snow up at the end of your driveway.
Yeah.
They just love to do that. Good exercise.
I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. So.
Well, hopefully we won't get that much. When's it supposed to start?
Yeah, But now
Yeah.
they're staying, and we live out in the country, so it takes me about a half hour to get to work, and I have to open the restaurant tomorrow.
Oh, geez.
So so I gotta leave like by 9 o'clock here.
So what time? I forgot what I was going to say. Are they like? Is there like a winter storm warning?
We're in an advisory, but it probably should be a warning because they're saying like 8 inches. So like, come on, guys.
Oh boy, it's coming our way. I can see the little snowflakes, but hopefully we won't get buried again.
Well, I moved my car. My car sits out in the driveway, so I moved my car so I could just hopefully just drive out of the driveway tomorrow morning.
There you go. Do they ever close the restaurant when it's really bad?
We don't close for anything.
Really? Well, you know, it's funny because we were stuck home all day Friday. They closed my daughter's work. My son had taken the day off anyway. But we decided we wanted to go out to dinner. We were stuck in the house all day, and it had slowed down a little bit. It wasn't snowing as heavy, but there was still a lot of snow out there. The roads were still kind of bad. And we were going to go to our favorite restaurant, and it was closed. On a Friday night, it was closed. So we went to another restaurant that was up the road, another place that we like to go, and they were closed. So we're like, all right, let's go to Applebee's. Applebee's won't close. And they were open. And boy, the food was really hot, and it came really fast because there was nobody there. It was really good. I like Applebee's. Now, people complain about Applebee's, but I like Applebee's. Their menu is
I like Applebee's.
Their menu used to not be so good. If anybody new has joined us, welcome. I can't really look to see if anybody else has jumped on. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. If you're new and your microphone's not working, or you can't hear me, or you can't see me, just message me and I'll help you tomorrow. And we can always do a one-on-one meeting, a test meeting, and we can figure out any issues that you might be having. They're usually pretty easy to solve. It just might be a setting on your end or something. So don't worry. I've helped lots of people. Look how pretty and full it is already, though, with those big ruffles. I just love this method. Love it. And it's quick too. I mean, it's 8:30. Well, my time anyway. We've only been in class for a half hour, and I'm almost done putting my mesh on. Let me see who else. Oh, Lori's here. Hi, Lori. I just saw your face up there. Lori's here. Let me see. Hi, you made it. Did you just join, or did you just jump on?
Yeah, just a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay. You didn't, we're just doing our ruffles here.
Yeah, I'm just still watching right now.
You're watching because you don't have your stuff, right? Your supplies, or?
Yeah, I'm actually up north right now, so.
What's that?
Said I'm up north right now, so yeah.
Oh, okay. What's up north?
My daughter.
But like where? That's what I'm asking.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. You're not too far from me. I'm in New York, so. I'm in New York.
Heading up to Massachusetts next week. I'm heading up to Massachusetts next week.
Oh, nice. You're gonna be closer then. I'm about 2 hours west of Albany.
Okay.
So, wait a second here. Oh, there's my ruffles. I'm like, where did my mesh go? It rolled away on me here. Well, I'm glad you're able to make it, Lori.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay.
I'm just going to mute everybody to cut down on some background noise here. I just wanted to jump on quick and see who else had joined us. Okay. So we're just scrunching up our mesh, Lori. I don't know if you've done a ruffle wreath before, but that's really all you do. I'll slow down the next time and I'll show you, because I'm never really quite sure, you know, when somebody joins the group, if they've, you know, there's so many different levels of knowledge here. You know, some of you have been making wreaths and you're just looking to try a new technique or method or just learn different things. Some of you have never made a wreath in your life. I was at that point too, and you know, about 1.5 years ago, I didn't even know what deco mesh was. I used to make grapevine wreaths when my kids were little, and Christmas wreaths, floral wreaths. I'm like, what is deco mesh? So I was totally clueless when I first started. But you get the hang of it. It just takes practice. So I don't know, Laura, you don't have to answer me, but I don't know how familiar you are with deco mesh, but I'm going to start over again because you just joined us. This is a 30-inch piece, okay? And what I've been telling people is that if ruffling up a 30-inch piece of mesh is, you know, uncomfortable for you because it is a big piece, you can do 2 15-inch pieces and just do 2 of those per pipe cleaner. The reason why I like the 30 inches is because you only need 1 and you're done. So you have less cuts and your wreath is nice and full. As you can see, we're almost done adding our mesh and it's really nice and full already. But just to make the ruffle, all you do, and this is nice because I have my lines to kind of help me. You just kind of go up the middle and you pinch. That's all you do. It might take you a little while to get the hang of it. And again, if a 30-inch piece is too big, and then what I do is I grab it in the middle and I kind of reach underneath and just tuck my cut ends in a little bit. Just so they're like hiding and they don't want to fray on me. The wood burning tool is awesome for cutting mesh. It will not cut this type of mesh because this has burlap in it. This tan is burlap. So you can use your rotary cutter or you can use scissors. Because I'm so OCD about frays, I actually cut this with my scissors and I cut in between the lines. You don't have to do that. That's just, but I'm still getting some frays, so I don't think it really mattered. But the less you handle your mesh, the less it's going to fray too. So try to ruffle it, put it on, lift it up a little bit, just like this, because you want them pushing each other up, and then leave it alone. The more you play with it, the more you're going to cause frays. Now you're going to find you might have a couple of ruffles left over. If you maybe want to find a spot where there's a gap, which I sometimes do, just add another pipe cleaner and put it in there. Because what am I going to do with a couple of random pieces of 30-inch mesh? I'm probably going to throw it away. So you can do that with any wreath. You know, typically, like I said, you're going to have 10 pipe cleaners on the outside. You're going to have 8 on the inside, spaced about 4 to 5 inches apart. But if you find that you have a gap, there's nothing wrong with adding another pipe cleaner and putting another ruffle in. So Lori, I don't know if you saw this when you did see it when I started because you just joined. This is a work wreath form that I'm using. And all that means is that the pipe cleaners are already attached. I got it from Craft Outlet. And the reason I like these is because obviously it's less work. I don't have to attach the pipe cleaners. But I do my own sometimes too. And a good rule of thumb, again, 10 on the outside, 8 on the inside. When I do add my own, I don't have a pipe cleaner handy here. When you're putting your pipe cleaner on and it's open before you close it, just put a little dab of glue inside the pipe cleaner and then twist it and hold it for a minute, and that'll keep it from sliding around your wreath form. Maybe the next class we do, I'll do one with a form without pipe cleaners on it to show you. The work wreath forms are a little bit more expensive. I think from Craft Outlet they're maybe $5 or $6, but they're nice too because the ties are, you know, you can get the fuzzy ties. And these are purple, so they're going to kind of add to the wreath. So if I want to leave them like that and just let them kind of stick out like that, they don't look that bad. But I have all my ruffles on. And let me look here real quick. That's really full. That's already really full. I could be done right now, but I have a few pieces of mesh here, so I'm just going to kind of look around and see. I don't really think I'm going to have any gaps. That's the thing with this 30-inch piece of mesh, is it's so big. But you know what? I found a spot here. You can see that, or I made a spot where I could add another ruffle if I wanted to. And I just don't want to have any left over. So I'm just going to grab a pipe cleaner out of my box if I can get to my box, because my camera's in the way now. Hold on one second. I'm just going to grab a pipe cleaner, and I'm going to try to squeeze these. Don't mind me. I'm going into my bin over here. I'm going to try to add a couple more of these ruffles so I don't have any waste. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. And we actually have some purple pipe cleaners too. Let's see. So, all I'm going to do is find that little spot where there's a gap. I'm going to put my pipe cleaner on. I just got blurry, I apologize. And here's what I was talking about. Hold on, let me just fix my camera, because I was bumping around back when I bumped into it. You made it blurry. Okay. So here's what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to do it now because these ruffles are going to keep it from moving around. If you're adding your round and you have your pipe cleaner open like that, put a little dab of glue right in the middle and then twist it and hold it for a minute. And that'll keep it from sliding around. But again, since I have these other ruffles on here, I'm not going to really worry about that, because it'll hold it in place. Again, you don't have to do this, but I don't like to have any waste, so I'm just going to squeeze this one in there. Literally squeeze it in. Because this wreath is full. I probably won't add a ribbon to that tie though, because I don't really want that tie to show. I'm going to probably tuck it around the back. It's different than the other ones. Yeah, see, it fits right in there. Just hide that pipe cleaner. Tuck that right in there. Let me see if maybe there's another spot I could do that, because I have a couple of other pieces left. Let me see how many I have left. I think I have 2. So let me see if I can add another one somewhere. Just find a couple of spots. You're not really going to need to do it in the middle. Let's see. I'll put this one over here. I apologize if you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of doing the same thing I did over there. I'm just wrapping another pipe cleaner around. I found a little gap. Where's my pipe cleaner though? I lost it. There it is. I just love this mesh. It's so pretty. I always joke because my kids are the first ones to see my wreaths when I'm done, and whenever I make one of these big ruffle wreaths, my daughter's eyes just pop out and she's like, Mom, that's huge. It's gigantic. Where are you going to put that? She didn't like my Mardi Gras wreath because of the mask. She said it scared her, so I had to keep that one in my office. She didn't like it. She kept saying it was staring at her. All right, I have one more piece of mesh. I'm going to see if I can't find another spot to put it. I don't think it really matters where I put it. I just want to get it on here. Or maybe I'll put it over here. Because I have one there. Where did I add the other one? I added one there. I added one here, so maybe I'll go over here. Or over here. Just so they're not right next to each other. Last one. Actually, no, there is another one. Uh-oh, I spoke too soon. That's what happened with the carrot wreath. I think we spent over an hour putting all the ruffles on that carrot wreath. We ended up putting 3 per tie. I can barely even fit it in here. But I'm gonna do it. I just see how I like to touch my ruffles. I know. I just love to it's just so pretty. They make me so happy. Ruffles make me happy. Do I want to put that other one in or not? Let me see. I have one there. I have one there. One there. Where did I just put that one that I just put on? I lost it. I'll put this one here. I found another spot. Last one, I promise you. Again, you don't have to do this. I just want to use up my mesh. I don't want to have any left over. I'm going to put this one right here. And then we can add our ribbon. This one's going to be hard to scrunch. That looks pretty, Robin. I like that.
Thank you. We'll see what happens.
I like those colors. Last ruffle. Squish that in there. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see. Sorry for my head, just trying to mute everybody here. All right. Now we can add our ribbons. Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty that is. This is why you need your ribbons cut into 14-inch pieces, because if you didn't have them in 14-inch pieces, these ruffles are so big you wouldn't be able to see your ribbon. Let me just get a drink of water. Okay. Now, let me see what I have for ribbon here. I kind of cut a few different ones because I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to use. I couldn't really find that pretty paisley ribbon that's in the picture. And I had ordered the pink stripe, but I ordered it from an Etsy shop because Craft Outlet was out of it. And the Etsy shop screwed up. I just got a message from her today saying that she moved and she couldn't find it. So she just shipped it to me, and I can't use it now because obviously it's not going to be here in time. So I have this pretty green gingham. I have that. I have a pink gingham, which I love those for spring. Those are each 1.5. You don't have to use, I like to typically use a couple of 2.5 and a couple of 1.5, and I pair them together, but you don't really have to. I have this pretty pink plaid that's got a little bit of blue in it. And then I love this. I have these little bunnies on lavender. Those are all 14 inches. I also, well, actually, no, I have this too. I might use this. I'm not sure yet. I have to see how it looks. That's like a pretty Easter ribbon. What I like to do too is I also like to, you can see how the ends of these are dovetailed. They have the little cut on the end like that, which is easy to do. You fold your ribbon over and you cut it at an angle, and then you just get that pretty finished edge. It's very easy to do. I also like to cut some extra pieces in 16 inches. It doesn't matter which one you pick to do it with. I just picked the gingham, and these are going to be made into little oh, there's my doggy howling. Boy, she scared the crap out of me. These can be made into little bow ties to add on top of your ribbon tails. These are each 16 inches. Just cut a few of those. You don't have to do it, but it really makes a cute finish. So typically what I like to do is pair a 2.5 inch with a 1.5 inch when I'm making my ribbon tails. So I'll just take, let's see, move some of these out of the way. I think I'm going to take this purple and pair it with this pink gingham. And you kind of line them up together. And I like to fold it in half like that, just quickly, just so you can find your center. And you give it a pinch. And then you add it. And I usually add them to all the outside ones first. And depending on how big my sign is, I may add them to all the ties in the middle, or I may not. Now, when I'm adding them to the outside, I like to have them all facing in one direction, like that. So I kind of fan them out. And you kind of curl them under a little bit because it looks pretty when you curl them. I have a fray here. Kind of take your finger and just kind of curl it so it kind of hugs the wreath. Now, when I was talking about my bow tie, all you do, you take that 16-inch one that you cut, you fold it, make sure your ends are overlapping, because what you're going to do is you're going to pinch it in the middle, like that, and you have a little bow tie, and you're going to put that right on top of this one and twist it in. Couple of twists, and you have a cute little bow tie. I'm not a big bow fan. I'm going to tell you right now. I know you see a lot of wreaths with people adding bows, and I will eventually. I have a pro bow. I need a lot more practice with it though. But I like to just add a bunch of ribbon tails, and I have my centerpiece, and I'm happy with that. But You know, a lot of people have been asking me to start making more bows for my wreaths, so we will be doing that. I might even do a pro bow class. But you see how with the work wreath form, how this little tie, you know, I can just leave that there because it's purple and it matches, and, you know, don't have to worry about hiding it. So there's our first. So now I'm going to switch. I wonder how this ribbon's going to look. I'm going to see. I'm going to do this with the green. It's got the green in it. So I have, if you can see that the light is so bright in here. I'm going to alternate with the two different styles of ribbon. Now I got to find my other, trying to find my tie here. It's hidden. This is why you need your ribbon to be long. I'm not going to put a bow tie on every one. I didn't really cut that many pieces of the 16-inch strips because I didn't have enough ribbon to do that. So I'm going to kind of maybe go every other one. And we're going to be adding eggs and things like that too. So to stick in the center of our ribbon tails. So now I'm going to go back and I have my lavender bunny and I'm going to pair it with this. I think we're going to do a little bit of the plaid too. You can add 3 ribbon tails per tie if you want. I typically just like to do 2. Here's our tie. I love that bunny ribbon. There's that. Now we're going to go back to the, let's see, I'll do the bunny in the, I don't want to do the bunny, I'm going to do this in the green again. And I'll go back to the bunny in the pink. It's all in what you want to do. There's no set method for adding ribbon. It's all in what you like. And a lot of times I don't even know if a certain ribbon is going to work until I add it to my wreath. Just finding my ties is a question here. I'm losing all my ties. I feel like there's another one in here somewhere that I missed. Hold on. Like lost. There's actually one down here. But that's too close to that one. See, sometimes you're going to find that they're too close together and your ribbon's going to overlap, and I don't want to do that. See, I know a lot of people you see, they add so much ribbon that you can't even see the mesh. I don't like to do that. I like to be able to see my mesh. So we're just going to skip and put more ribbon over here. If you find, you know, a lot of times I'll look at my wreath after class and I'll say, you know what, that needs a little bit more ribbon over there, and I'll add a little bit more. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a bow tie on this one. So you can see these two sets are close together. You know, they're not so close together that they're overlapping. So now I have another 16-inch piece of this gingham here. In the green, we're going to do a little bow tie and put it on top here. That's that. Very pretty. All right, let's see. Where am I here? Now I think I'm going to go back to my pink gingham. So I'm going to do my bunny with my pink. How's it going, Lori? You enjoying this? Does it make sense to you? She's watching. I see her. She's smiling. Let's see. That's going to be too close, so we'll go to this one. Sorry for my head. I don't know about this camera angle here. I'm using a different camera angle tonight, Lori. I changed it up a little bit from what I usually use. Tried something different. So now my big head's getting in the way. Just try to curl your ribbons under a little bit so they hug the wreath. You don't really want them sticking straight up because it'll look funny. So kind of curl them under a little bit. Do I want to do a bow tie? I feel like I have a space here where there should be ribbon. Maybe I should have put that one over there. I'm going to move it over. I feel like this one's too far over. I'm going to put this one over here. I'll put this one over here. We'll do a pink bow tie on that one. All right, let's see where we are here now. What do I want to do next? I'm going to do the bunny with the plaid. We got a lot of different ribbons going on here. But that's okay. Like I said, I typically try to do ribbon in all the ties on the outside. And then the inside, I may not do every tie because you're going to have your sign or your centerpiece. And you don't really want to cover up your ribbons with that. And sometimes that happens, especially my sign because my sign's a little bit big. A couple of ties left here, so let's see. We'll go back to the green. This one. I just love the spring colors for ribbon. You know, honestly, I was a little bit sad after Christmas was over and we were done making Christmas wreaths, and I thought, I don't want to stop making Christmas wreaths. I love the colors, and but the colors of spring are really pretty too. So you can't complain about that. I actually just took down one of my last Christmas wreaths too. I didn't want to put them away. I was fighting it. It was actually in one of my side rooms. And my friend came in the other day and she's like, is that still a Christmas wreath? I'm like, yeah. Are you okay with that? She says, you going to take that down? I'm like, I will. All right, let's see. What do I want to do next? I think I'm going to do the gingham, back to the pink gingham here. We're almost done with the ribbon on the outside. I can't even see with my glasses on. There's that fray. I got it. Let's see. I'm not doing any more bow ties on the outside because I only have a couple of pieces left. Maybe actually I'll do one more green on this one. So I'm going to save a couple for the top too. I'll do a green bow tie on this one. Once I hang this on my wall after class, I play with it. You know, I mess with my ribbon a little bit, and I'm one of those people that doesn't know when to walk away. I say, enough, leave it alone, it's fine. Okay, let's see. So I think I'm going to do one more. I don't really want to use another bunny though, because I want to save a couple of these strips for the top. So I think I'm just going to go back to the gingham and this one more time. I order a lot of my ribbon when I'm looking for something unusual. There's a shop on Etsy called Perpetual Ribbons, and they're a little bit more expensive, but you can find really unique ribbon that you can't find anyplace else, and she's awesome. She ships really fast. I love her. She's in California, but her shipping is still really reasonable, and I'm in New York State, so I've never paid a lot for shipping. All right, so let's be done with the outside now. And I think what I'm going to do before I add ribbon to the inside is I'm going to put my sign on. And I'm going to get my glue gun plugged in because we're going to be gluing some eggs and some other things. So let me plug my glue gun in. And get a drink of water. Anybody has any questions, you know, speak up. I'm going to use this sign. Like I said, I couldn't find the bunny that was in the picture. I could not find him anywhere. So I'm going to use this sign that I got from Walmart. It's really pretty. And now if you live in the South, I guess it's not recommended to do this because it's so hot. But I just hot glue pipe cleaners to the back of my sign. It depends on how heavy your sign is. You might only need 2. The sign's a little heavier, so I put 4 you live in the South and you're worried about hot glue coming off, You can staple. You can get a good stapler and staple your pipe cleaners on. You can do that too. E6000 glue works really well also. So let me get my sign positioned here. And then I'm going to add more ribbon because I want to make sure that I don't cover up my ribbon with my sign. So let me feed my pipe cleaners through, try to find a spot here. I'm going to feed them through and then I'm going to flip it over and tie it in. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of pull my ruffles out so you can see them. One more. That is such a cute sign. I love that sign. And it was sold really fast. They had quite a few of them, and I grabbed it just as they were putting the Easter stuff out, probably about a month ago. And that was the cutest one. And I think I went back 2 days later, and they were gone, this particular one. So we're going to flip it over. Let me fix my camera. I'm a little bit blurry here. I apologize. I have burlap pieces all over my laptop. Okay. So just find where you strung your pipe cleaners through and just twist them around. Don't do it too tight yet because you want to make sure that your sign is straight. Just give it a couple of twists and you can tighten it after. Because it's the worst thing in the world when you have all your pipe cleaners or all your attachments, for your sign secured in the back, and then you have to reposition your sign. Just give it a couple of twists just to get it on there. Kind of pull your ruffles on a little bit. There. Looks pretty good. It is so bright in here. See how easy that was? That looks centered to you guys? I really can't tell. Because my camera's in a different spot. I'm looking at my laptop. I gotta hold it this way for a second so I can look at my laptop and see. That looks pretty centered.
Looks good to me.
Does it look good, Robin?
Yes, it does.
What do you think of my ribbon choices? Yay or nay?
I like them. I like them.
I'm not done yet though. I'm putting more
I know,
on.
I'm futzing with mine right now. I'm still futzing with mine.
I'm wondering if I should have put the plaid on or not, but it's on there. I'm leaving it. I'm not taking it off. Okay. My sign is on, so I'm going to try to add a little bit more ribbon here. Let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a bunny and a gingham, I think. My kids are watching something funny out there. Put this right here. have another pink. I can do a bow tie. Oh, that's not going to work. It's crooked. You might find that you struggle with it a little bit because you don't have a lot of pipe cleaner left, because after you add your ribbon tails and your mesh and your ribbon tails, you might not have too much pipe cleaner to work with, but you can get it done. There's my bow tie in that one. Boy, it's really cold in here. My kids turned the heat down. Yeah, believe it or not, my kids turned the heat down. Oh, I didn't realize Sharon was here. Sharon Hendricks is here. Hi, Sharon. I didn't see her pop on. Unless I press this button to see who's here. I don't know who's here. Hold on a second. Why isn't this working? There we go. You're wondering, what the heck is she doing here? She's just talking to herself. Okay. Let's see what I want to do now. I'm going to put some more over here. Find my pipe cleaner. What do I want to put over there? Let me think. I think I'll do a green. I just love this gingham ribbon. So pretty. I don't know if you can even see me. I'm like running off the camera here. I don't even know where I got this ribbon. I think somebody sent it to me. That looks pretty. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to do another bunny ribbon, but I'm not quite sure where I want to put it. Maybe I'll put it down over here. I think I'll do this plaid. That's my last strip of bunny ribbon. I should have gotten some more of this. It's so cute. All right, what do we have left for ribbon here? What can I use? I'll do another one of these. I can smell my hot glue. He's ready to go. have one of these left, so we're going to use that for another bow tie. And I have one more spot here. Actually, I don't want to put any ribbon there. I'm going to put some here. Right there where that tie is. I just want to see what I want to use because I don't have any 2.5 inch left. Let me think. Let me think for a minute. Maybe I'll just pair one of these with the pink. Do something a little bit different here. I've got a lot of ribbon left. I ran out of my bunny. So we have to improvise. We'll figure out what to do with this extra ribbon later. I may add it somewhere, because I have it, so I might add it. We'll see. But that's my ribbon. Now we're going to start adding some more doodads. This wreath is huge. Isn't that pretty so far? I could be done right there and call it a night. How you doing, Jennifer? How's yours look? Find that mute button, girl. It's okay. It's all right. There she is.
Doing good. I lost my mouse under this big mesh. But
oh, did you? What are you using for mesh?
it is a pink and green.
Oh. Pretty. Very nice.
There you go.
What do you guys think of mine so far? I think I
love it. I love that line.
I could be done if I wanted to right now. Isn't that gorgeous?
Pretty.
But I'm going to add some little eggy things. I don't know about the carrots though. I don't know if the carrots would really match because there's no orange in the sign. I'm going to have to use these someplace else. I'm upset. I wanted to use my carrots. That's all right. We're just going to add some eggs, I think.
How many rolls of mesh did you buy for it?
Two 10-inch rolls.
Wait, 2 what?
2 10-inch rolls.
Okay, thank you.
Who was that just asked that question?
Jennifer Matkovich.
Oh, okay, yep. It's right in the supply list.
You know what? I missed it and I came in late, so I.
Oh, okay. No worries. When I email you the video, I always email a copy of the supply list too.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to go like searching for it. You're gonna get it right in the email. So.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's add some eggs. I don't know. I think I might want to use these pretty flowery eggs because they're so pretty with the little flowers on them. I don't know. They're kind of big, but they're so cute. Because I think I want to use these smaller ones for the, because we haven't done the spiral wreath yet. So I think I'm going to use these smaller ones for that. So I'm going to use these big ones here. So I'm just going to get a little bit of glue. I need another glue stick. Hold on. I got these from Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure everybody is selling them now. Hold on 1 second. I'm putting some glue on my egg here. I'm off camera. Just kind of place these wherever suits your little fancy. Those are cute. I don't know who I was watching the other day. If you've ever heard, I think it was Eileen David Creation. She actually had a work wreath form, but it had the thinner ties on it. And she was actually poking her egg right into the, because it's foam. So I don't know if I can even do that. She was poking her egg right into the tie. No, this one's not going to work. So if you have the little tie there, or pipe cleaner, you can attach your egg right to the tie. So, but I'm just going to glue. Even though I hate hot glue, it makes me crazy. Because you gotta stand here and hold it and like da-da-da-da-da. And if you let go too soon, it falls off and you want to scream. Well, these have little swirlies. How cute is that? If you have little dried flowers, if you want to put some flowers in, I'm going to put this right in the middle of this ribbon. These ribbons, you can do that. If you don't have a bow tie there, you can just stick an egg in there or something. I'm going to use these yellow ones too. These pretty yellow ones have the little flowers on them. You can see that it's so bright in here. Where am I going to put this one? I got to put it somewhere before the glue dries. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Cute. See, I like that I can still see my mesh. I can still see the colors of my mesh. It's not totally covered up with ribbon. And I'm going to probably put some on the outside here too. Let me see. I'll just stick one over here. Oh, sorry for my head. I don't even realize my head is in the way. Just kind of stick one over there. And maybe we'll put one right in here in this little hole. Don't burn your fingers. That looks like a little egg in a basket. How cute. I know, I'm tired, it's late. I tend to ramble when I get tired. And I'll just put this yellow one over here. You can see that, and move this over so you can see. I'm just kind of sticking one over here. Oh, I love these strings from the hot glue. Let's see. I'm just looking where I want to put the rest of my eggs. I apologize. I don't want to stick it someplace that I'm going to regret later. That doesn't sound right, did it? Stick it someplace that you're going to regret later. Because once you glue it on, it's on there. This is so cute. I'm really happy with the way this came out. I'm going to put this yellow one right here. Even though I have a yellow one here. And that would normally bother me because I have two so close together. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to let it go. I should have put the purple one there. I have 3 more. Where do we put the eggs? Where? I have a purple one there. I think I'm going to put this blue one there. I just found a spot. I found a spot. She's talking to herself. Cute. Another glue stick. We're almost done, guys. What time is it? Boy, it's early. It's only 9:30 Eastern time, that is. I'm going to put him out here. You're not really going to be able to see where I'm putting him. I'm kind of sticking them in between a ribbon tail bundle here toward the outside of the wreath, but it'll go good with the purple bunny ribbon, so I'm kind of sticking him out here. And I have one more purple. And I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stick it over here inside this ribbon bundle. And then we're going to be done. I'm so glad I grabbed those eggs. I kind of saw them as I was cashing out. I had my daughter wait in line, and I went and I grabbed them along with the carrots. So I just need to find a wreath I can use those carrots in. So there we go. Boy, that came out really nice. I'm really happy.
It looks really nice.
Isn't that
really
pretty?
nice. Yeah, it's very pretty.
I love it.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I'm glad I used that sign. I actually bought, there was a little gift shop in Rome here. It's a flower shop, and they have a lot of cute little, did I get it there, or where did I get it? Let me think for a second here. No, I got it at Marshall's. It's like a little bunny family. I want to show you because I was going to use that. Hold on a second. I was going to use this. I got this at Marshall's, but I thought it would be too heavy because it's sort of like, they're like a little beanbag.
Oh, those are cute.
Family. Aren't they cute though?
You're going to have to do another wreath now.
But they're kind of heavy, so I didn't know. But I was thinking I was going to put that in the middle instead of the sign. But I don't know. I like the way the sign looks. The sign looks nice. But maybe I'll use my little bunnies somewhere else. But they're like all, and look at they have their little arms around each other.
Aww.
Isn't that cute? I don't know if you guys have Marshalls by you, but I love our Marshalls. They have really cute stuff.
I'm going to have to run over there tomorrow and see if they have them.
What's that?
I said I'm going to have to run out tomorrow and see if they have them.
Yeah, they have a whole section of really pretty spring and Easter stuff. So,
Cool.
what was I going to say? forgot what I was going to say. So I'm happy with the way this came out. I can't wait to hang it on my wall. I can't wait to see yours. And thank you so much for being here. Does anybody have any questions?
I'm going to run over to Craft Outlet right now and get some mesh and ribbon.
You're going to go to the website?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. All right. Well,
all right, guys. Have a great
Thanks,
night.
Christina.
What's
Thank
that?
you.
You're welcome, dear.
Thank you.
We'll talk to
I
you
have to
soon,
tell you,
guys. What's that?
it's all white here. It's all white here, so it is
I was gonna
snowing.
say, drive safe tomorrow morning, dear.
I will. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.